Hi everyone, it's Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I just wanted to say a quick hello and wish you all a very happy new year. Today's the 30th of December 2017 and I have gone into my meditations and it seems like we're going to be doing an overview of 2018. For these monthly readings this month. So it's not going to be just for January. It's going to be an overview of your 2018 energies for the whole year. And I think the reason why that's happening is because Saturn, which is a huge planet, recently switched signs, and it's going to be in the sign of Capricorn for the next 2.5 years. And that affects a lot. So I just wanted to, I think my guides were kind of like, give them an overview of what the year is going to look like rather than just the month. So you know kind of what the lay of the land is going to look like. So the way that I'm going to do these is I'm going to lay out either 4 or 5 cards for the first quarter, so January, February, March. And then as the year progresses, we're going to pull fewer and fewer cards because, you know, the energies are fluid and the energies for the first 3 months are easier to read than, you know, September, October, November 2018. So we're going to pull fewer cards for that part of the year just because, you know, your choices are going to affect that. So you'll see sort of an overview of the first 3 months, so winter into springtime, springtime into summer, and then as the summer goes into the fall and the fall goes into the winter, we're going to pull fewer cards. I'll also, as usual, pull an angel card for the year for you, and then we'll see what oracles want to come through. Most likely we'll have at least one oracle in addition to the angel cards for you this time around. So as far as what the readings are going to focus on, I want to say they're still going to focus on love and spirituality. And at the same time, you know, sometimes my guides will send out specific messages to people. So just know that, like, if you hear something that doesn't resonate, it's probably because it's for a certain group of folks of your sign. And if you'd like a personal reading, of course, just always reach out. And thank you to all those who took me up on my offer and asked for a personal reading in December. Those have been really wonderful to do. I've learned a lot in doing them. If you don't remember, I think last month I said if you're having trouble connecting and celebrating yourself and celebrating your own spirit, reach out. And I think I had, you know, more than the usual reach out to me for personal readings, and they've been really enlightening in a lot of ways. So thank you to all those who reached out. I hope they were helpful. Well, I know a couple of them at least were very helpful because I received responses back the day after the readings. And so I don't know, I guess 2017 was just a really difficult year for many of the signs, myself included, and I want to send you good energy for putting the energies of 2017 to rest and starting your 2018 off on a good note, on a positive note, on a clean slate, you know, letting all the stuff from the past just rest and starting off brand new into the new year. I'm traveling, so this is a new setup. You haven't seen this setup in a while. I think it's been since the summer since I've been in this specific place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a very simple altar. Whoops, let me get that cord out of the way. I'm traveling bare bones, so I don't have my usual equipment with me, so apologies for the basic setup. I don't have my heavy-duty mic, but I'm looking forward to doing your readings, and without further ado, here they come. Have a happy new year. Take care. Hello there everyone, this is Freya. Welcome to my channel, dear Leos. This is your 2018 yearly overview spread. I want to ask for your forgiveness because I know these are super late. Today is January 9th and I uploaded the first batch of 2018 overview videos on the 31st of December, got on a plane, and there was a snowstorm, and then where I landed there was an earthquake, and it's just been topsy-turvy for the last week and few days. So I realize these are late. I apologize, but I hope that you all will find something in this reading to help you stay focused and stay inspired throughout your 2018. Just a reminder, these are love and spirituality readings. They're for people who are on a spiritual journey and who know they're on a spiritual journey and who are looking for messages to walk their path in a good way, to help them walk their path in a good way. So let's go ahead and say my prayer. I ask that the white light surround us, the light of protection, understanding, and healing. I ask that my guides come through and speak clearly this day for Leo's understanding. May all of my dear Leo's intentions be heard and answered. And I ask that this reading be for the highest and best of all concerned. I ask this through all my teachers. Oops. I would like Leo to have love in their lives, to be in loving relationships, to have creative work that is fulfilling, and to always be guided towards their highest destiny. Please show us the messages and energies for Leo for the year of 2018. Love and spirituality messages for Leo for the year 2018. Thank you, Spirit. Just as a side note, love and spirituality for Leo 2018. When I speak of love and spirituality, I talk about all kinds of relationships, not just romantic ones. So the primary relationship that you might be working through might be, you know, a family soulmate bond, it could be a sibling, could be your best friend, or it could be a romantic partner. Just keeping that in mind. Love and spirituality messages for 2018. General overview for Leo. Okay, it's this middle one. All right, so the way that I'm going to do this spread is I'm going to pull 5 cards for the first 3 months, 4 cards for the next 3 months, 3 cards for the third quarter of the year, and then 2 cards for the last quarter of the year. Just because, you know, as you get further along in time, it's harder to read the energies and harder to be predictive. So here we go. Bottom of the deck for you. Overall energy for 2018 is 2 of Wands, and in this deck the 2 of Wands is the Dominion card. It's you holding your ground, standing your ground, and being captain of your domain, and from there deciding where to go forward or how to go forward. All right, so in most of the tarot decks this card is a card of choice making. In this one they focus much more on the fact that you are, you know, you're holding your sovereignty within yourself and then looking ahead at, you know, what you want to do based on that sovereignty. So keeping that in mind, let's go for the messages. First up, 2 of Cups. Next card, 6 of Discs. Next card, 7 of Discs in the reverse. The next card is the 3 of Cups. And final card is the 10 of Wands in reverse. And that's for your January, February, March. These are the energies for January, February, March. Let me just take a minute to take a look at this series of cards. The first thing that I'm noticing is that none of your cards are major arcanas. They're all minor arcanas. You've got 2 Cups cards, 2 Discs, and 2 Wands, if we count the Dominion card as a wand card. And It looks like relationally you're going to be having really good connections with people, really good soulmate bonding if you're partnered with a romantic partner, soulmate bonding if you've got, you know, a sister or a brother or a really good friend, a kindred spirit that you're connected to. That's what you're starting the year off with the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is love union, union in the heart between people and of the mind. Emotional connections of all kinds are depicted in this card, but it's a really good indicator for romance. And then you've got the Three of Cups towards the end of your spread. I'll show you what that is right here. And this is a card of, I'm picking up just having fun. Like you're going to be celebrating a lot in February, March. You know, this could be, February is when Valentine's Day is. If you are partnered, this could be you and your partner having a lot of fun with friends. And if you're not partnered, it's just a really social card. So you could be meeting, if you're not partnered, there's a really good chance for you meeting someone in the beginning of the year, January, February, or towards the middle of this quarter, so end of February, beginning of March, sort of thing. And in the middle, you've got cards of Six of Discs, which is success, and Seven of Discs reversed, which is failure, but in the upside down. So what I'm getting is that your finances are in a good place in the beginning of the year. So love and finances, really good place. This card of success is a card of balanced give and take. It's the card of material success, you just feeling like you're abundant and abundantly cared for and all your needs are magically met. For example, you know, you don't know, it's sort of the card of benefactors, right? You don't know where your next paycheck is going to come from, and then suddenly you get a phone call and someone wants to hire you. That sort of benevolence from the universe is happening in the beginning of the year for you. And that's followed by the Seven of Discs, which in this deck is called failure. And really it's the card where you're looking at your investments and you're worried about failure. You're worried about whether your crops are going to fail if you're a farmer, or whether you'll have an abundant harvest. In the reverse, to me, this means, hold on. Let me just turn on some lighting here. Give me 1 second. Okay, I don't know if that helped, but I'm back. As I was saying, in the reverse, this card can be impatience for the harvest. So you looking at your investments and kind of going, okay, well, when am I going to see my return on the investments that I've made? It could also be negative thinking about your investments. So watch out for that, you know, because it looks like the universe is trying to help you here, where you're getting what you need and you're getting your material needs met. There are benefactors around you who are generous and willing to help you. And yet you're still afraid of this card coming through. You're still afraid of failure. So take a look at that. What part of you is worried about failure? How young is that part of you? Is it, you know, reality test a little bit? Is this just an old worry from childhood? Is this an old worry from a part of a time in your life when maybe you didn't have, or you felt like you didn't have what you needed, and you're just acting from that place or worried from that place? Get curious about this part, because the cards around it are great, right? So you've got the Three of Cups right after that. So this is end of February, beginning of March. Really good card for going out, having fun, connections. And then the Ten of Wands in reverse. Now the Ten of Wands upright to me is a card of, there you go. It's the card of having so many projects in the, you know, so many irons in the fire and projects to work on and obligations and burdens on your back, and you're tired, right? And in the reverse, you're finally saying, I'm going to put some of these burdens down, or this thing is too heavy for me to carry. I'm putting it down. You're delegating, you're asking for help. I think that's really good because the cards around it are suggesting that maybe this is something that you need to learn how to do, Leo, is you need to learn how to, you know, work in a team. This is the card of teamwork as well. So in your life, if there's a situation where there's 3 or more people on your team, feel free to lean on those people. You know, Leos are leaders in general. They tend to be. Oops. Where in your heart, this pine cone wants to talk to you. Hold on. Let me see what it has to say. It's saying, lead from the heart and know your limits. Ask for help so that when you give, as you are going to be asked to do, because it is your nature to be generous, when you give, you can give from a full place. So right now, if you're feeling overburdened, what's the word? Overextended. Be honest with yourself about that. Be honest with your community about that, right? There might be parties that you might be going to, social obligations, and some of them might be right for you. Some of them might not be right for you. Know when to say no, and you can say no politely. There is no obligation to always say yes, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so that's the first 3 months of the year for you. Let's look at the next 3 months. You've got 3 of Wands in reverse. You've got the 3 of Discs. There we go. You've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. The World in reverse. And that's your next 3 months. So April, May, and June. What's going on for you? Oops. Turn that over so you see your Dominion card. Okay. Well, what's interesting is with the Dominion card, right? This is what I said, you and your self-sovereignty. That's sort of what the theme for the year is for you. I'm so sorry about the lighting. I don't know how to get this to change. The theme of the year for you is this dominion and self-sovereignty. And I'm seeing that in the middle of the year, you've got the Queen of Wands in reverse, which is about not feeling the fullness of who you are, and the World in reverse. Let me just tune into this row and see what messages I receive about that. Okay, so these first 2 cards, the 3 of Wands and the 3 of Discs. The 3 of Wands to me talks about a delay in some kind of creative project. And it has to do with your work in the world. It has to do with your creativity. This is the card of, as you can see, you've got the 3 pentacles and they're laying down the foundation for this pyramid, right? And this card is the card of, you know, really taking your work seriously. And I don't mean in a serious curmudgeon sort of way. I mean in your heart doing what you love, because you know that that's what your work is in the world, and taking that seriously, right? So
putting your love into your work. In other words, into your authentic work is what I'm hearing. Hold on one second. And that's really your goal, is to put your love into your authentic work, right? With the Three of Wands in reverse, the Three of Wands upright is getting your materials and your passions together, having completed a specific chapter of your work. So what I'm hearing is you're trying to get people together, perhaps in a team, perhaps benefactors, perhaps investors, and you want them to see the beauty of your project. And what I'm hearing is there might be some delays in getting some of them on board, or there might be some timing issues with this. Now, I know Mercury goes retrograde a few times a year. This might be during a Mercury retrograde period that this happens. But it is connected to your work. And the Three of Discs is coming right underneath the Six of Discs here. And so what this, to me, this means is you're really, in April, May, work is really going to be the forefront of your mind. Now, I think because of the delays and because of this card, Queen of Wands in reverse, let me tune into her and what she means for you. Queen of Wands is the knower of the self. She knows who she is. Look at her, right? She knows her fiery self. She shines it out into the world because she knows the world needs her medicine. She's proud of who she is, even if she's super different from the crowd, even if she's super conventional. She just owns herself, owns who she is, and puts it out there. In the reverse, it feels like you're this is you, Leo, right? Your Leo self isn't shining as brightly as it usually does. And why is that? Let me just tune into what's going on for you. I think, the card above it being the failure card, and the cards, something about failure is on your mind. And maybe because of this delay over here, you're worried that something is not going to complete. Something isn't feeling complete. The universe in reverse is a cycle that wants to complete, right? Wants to come full circle. And for some reason, you're not getting closure on it. You're not able to fully complete it, or it doesn't, not getting closure means you don't fully feel the completion of it. And I think that might be what's feeding your fear of failure in the beginning of the year. Like, this is really important to you. The cycle wants to close. It might be related to your work. And because of the delays, you're just not feeling it. Let me tune into something else. Okay, they're asking me to talk about the angel card that I pulled for you. The angel card that I pulled for you is the card of harmony. I'm going to pull it up close. So you see there's three angels on the card, right? And trying to get the light to change a little bit. Let me hold up this white thing and see if that'll change things. There we go. So you see how there's three angels on the card? And they're all sort of singing from a sheet, and they're singing in harmony. This was the angel card that wanted to come for you for the year, to guide you for the year. And as I'm looking at your spread, I see the Three of Cups here. I see the Three of Wands and the Three of Discs. The only thing that's missing is the Three of Swords, and we'll see if it comes up. I'm kind of glad it's not here. But it speaks of harmony, speaks of teamwork, relationships that are in alignment. Ooh. And you being upside down, your card being upside down here, tells me that it feels like you're not in harmony with yourself. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. There seems to be harmony with loved ones here. You're in harmony with your workplace here, but there's the failure card, the Three of Wands reversed card, and the universe reversed, and the oppression. Something's causing you not to feel in harmony with yourself. So I'm reading this for many people, hundreds of you out there. I'm not sure what that means for you specifically. If you need more clarification, feel free to reach out for a personal reading. But just keep those themes in mind and we'll keep going. Well, let's look at the second half of the year for 2018. So this will be July, August, September. July, you've got Eight of Cups in reverse. August, you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. And September, beautiful, you've got Ace of Swords in the upright. Okay, so it looks like I talked about this Two of Wands card being the card of decision making from your place of sovereignty. And it looks like in the second half of 2018, you're going to make a decision to walk away from something. Eight of Cups is the card of recognizing an emotional pattern that isn't working out for you. This could be an internal pattern or an external pattern related to a relationship, and you walking away from it. And upside down to me could be a couple of things. Either you're having a difficult time walking away from it, and it could be related to this Queen of Cups energy that is upside down. Highly emotionally unstable person. You could be walking away from them and having difficulty walking away from them, or you've made the decision to walk away and you're doing it and you're not looking back, right? It could be either one of those two extremes, because when a card is in reverse, it means the energy is unbalanced. So either you recognize that you need to walk away from a situation and you do it and you don't look back, or you recognize you need to walk away from a situation and you do it and you're having a hard time doing it, right? Hard time walking away. This Queen of Cups could be a mother figure. In the upright, she's a nurturing, emotionally centered, emotionally guided feminine energy. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Someone who's really emotionally in tune, empathic, speaks from her heart, guides her life with her heart. Sometimes Leos can be like this. And in reverse, it means, again, an unbalanced energy of it manifesting. So either someone who's way too emotionally involved in a situation in an unbalanced way, or someone who's not in touch with her emotions and is totally cut off, and all the imbalance that comes from not being in touch with your emotions is coming up, right? So watch for that in July, August, and September. In September, you've got Ace of Swords. This is a brand new clarity, brand new beginning that is coming through the mind. This is your first sword card of the spread. So mental clarity is going to come for you in September regarding a situation possibly involving the Queen of Wands energy and the Queen of Cups energy. You might be in conflict with someone who is embodying the Queen of Cups. If you're the Queen of Wands, you might be unbalanced, and both of your unbalanced energies might just be intense competition or intense interaction with each other. You're going to find some clarity in September around it. Okay, let's look at October, November, and December to see how the situation resolves. You've got the Four of Cups in the reverse and the Ace of Discs in the reverse. Let's pull one more card to round out the reading. And you've got Four of Discs, power. Okay, let's talk about these cards. Four of Discs is an extra card here. So you're getting mental clarity in September. In October, just move this aside, you get the Four of Cups in reverse. So I think part of you might be wallowing in what's the word, Spirit? Somewhat boredom, somewhat regret. You know, it's not too deep. It's just kind of like that depressive ennui that happens. Here's the Four of Cups in the upright. It's emotional luxury, but you know, it's the kind of emotional luxury where you sleep in a little too long, you wake up and it's lethargic energy that you wake up with rather than refreshed energy. So I'm getting that there might be a little bit of depression that hits you in October, November, December. It might be related to this having to walk away from a situation involving the Queen of Cups energy in the late summer, early fall, and this clarity point. And then the Ace of Discs in reverse. This is a gift that the universe is giving you that's being turned, that you're turning down. So it's, you know, the Four of Cups in some decks is someone who's sitting by a tree. They've got Three of Cups at their feet, and then the universe is bringing them the fourth cup and offering it to them. And the person sitting by the tree is just kind of looking bored and not really picking up that cup and not really interested, you know? So maybe because you've had to walk away from a situation in September, in August, September, July, August, September, you got the mental clarity, but then subsequent gifts that the universe is giving you, you're kind of turning down because you're emotionally trying to restabilize your power, right? And the Four of Discs in this deck is about stabilizing. And I'm going to show you something. Here's the Three of Discs, which we saw in the beginning of your year concerning work. There's the pyramid, beginning of the pyramid with the three discs at the base. Here's the Four of Discs, and that pyramid is now, instead of a three-prong, it's a square base rather than a triangle base, and the pyramid moves upward from there. You know, this is sort of the top of the pyramid, and it moves upward that way. So there's something around concern for your power and your dominion in 2018. I think those are the themes that you're working with. Those are the themes that you're grappling with, and certain things are taking you offline, off center, off your harmony with self. But ultimately, it's about your quest for your own self-sovereignty over a situation. Let me take some clarifier cards. I'm going to look at the World in Reverse. What is this World in Reverse about for Leo? What is this World? Oops. Whoa. Whole set of cards flew out. Give me a second. I'm going to pick. Okay. Thank you for... What is this world? You know, they're saying don't ask about the World in Reverse. Ask about the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to ask, what is this Queen of Wands? Why is Leo in reverse in the middle of the year? What's going on for Leo in May and June? The Devil in reverse. And the Four of Wands. And one more card. The Seven of Discs. There you go. Okay. Seven of Discs, failure. So it might be... Okay. Here's the Seven of Discs failure card again. This Devil card is usually the card that talks about being unable to... Sorry, the Devil card in the upright is usually a card about being bound to a situation that is not good for you. Right? There it is. In the reverse, it's you getting free of a situation that is not good for you, that is toxic to you. So, and then you've got the Four of Wands, which is talking about a celebration, union. Sometimes it's the marriage card, and the Seven of Discs, the investment card, right? I think you're in reverse here because you recognize that you need to get out of a situation that is not healthy for you, and you're kind of sad about it, right? You get clarity that you need to get out of this situation sometime in the middle of the year, May, June. You get clarity. You don't actually do it until August, September, but you do it, and then you go through a process of grieving it and feeling depressed about having had to do that. But it's all good because ultimately it's bringing you to a place of empowerment, and it's bringing you to a place of owning your power, whether this is a work relationship, a love relationship, whatever relationship this is that's causing you to feel toxicity. I think ultimately, where there's no harmony, if you're in a situation where there's no harmony and it's causing you to not be harmonious within yourself, if you're taking on too much of the burden in the relationship, and it's to keep the relationship in harmony, and it's not good for you, it's okay to put it down and let it go, is what Spirit is saying for you. That's a very specific message only for some of you. Please don't take it to mean that this is for all of you, but for some of you who are in a oppressive relationship, that's why your Queen of Wands is in reverse. Okay, so let's pull one last card for the year to give you some good energy to move through the year with. These are the Love Letters to Earth cards that I've been using for the last few months by Nicole, Adriana, Casanova. Dear Oracle, please give Leo some guidance and some inspiration to come away with this reading and to bless them for the year. What spiritual guidance or message would you like to give Leos for the year 2018? And you get the card of activation. It's a very fiery card right there. Let me hold it up while the light is good. Take in the energy of this card. These are sacred geometry patterns that are infused with Reiki healing light and other healing energies. As I read, please feel free to meditate on the symbol and take it into your energy system. Activation. You are currently being exposed to information or practices that help you consider your existence with a broader awareness. As this activation takes root, you may find it challenging or unnecessary to stay in resonance with aspects of your old life. These things happen and will oftentimes settle after a period of integration. You are in a state of activation. What needs to be activated within you? How can you help activate others? Give yourself the license to disengage from ways of being that do not serve you in this moment. All right, so trust the messages that you're receiving if you need to walk away from something in order to activate something new in your life. Let me read it one more time. Go ahead and meditate on the card. Activation. You are currently being exposed to information or practices that help you consider your existence with a broader awareness. As this activation takes root, you may find it challenging or unnecessary to stay in resonance with aspects of your old life. These things happen and will oftentimes settle after a period of integration. You are in a state of activation. What needs to be activated within you? How can you help activate others? Give yourself the license to disengage from ways of being that do not serve you in this moment. Aho. Okay, that is your reading, dear Leo. Much love to you. Blessings for the year 2018. I'll see you in February, which is in a few weeks' time. And in the meantime, take care of self. All right? Bye-bye.